Hello friends, welcome back to a new video. So friends, today in this video we will see the general meaning of public interest litigation, as it is one of the subjects important concept of the subject administrative law. So the general meaning of the public interest litigation according to the Supreme Court in the case of Janta Dal versus HS Chaudhary is that the PIL means a legal action initiated in a court of law for the enforcement of public interest or a general interest in which the public or a class of the community have pecuniary interest or some interest by which their legal rights and liabilities are affected. It is to be noted that the terms public interest litigation occupies an important place in USA, in UK as well as in India. Its seeds were sown in the year 1976. The term PIL was used by Justice Krishna Iyer and Justice P.N. Bhagwati, and in the case of S.P. Gupta versus Union of India. The Supreme Court has made it very clear that where a legal wrong or legal injury is caused to a person or to a determinate class of persons by reason of violation of any constitutional or legal right, or any burden is imposed in contravention of any constitutional or legal provision without any authority of law, it is said that a violation of breach of right is committed on the sociality, disability or any economically disadvantaged position unable to approach the court for relief. Any members of the public can maintain an application for an appropriate directions order writ in the High Court under Article 226, and in the case of breach of any fundamental right of such persons or determinate class of persons under Article 32 before the Supreme Court for seeking judicial redressal for the legal wrong or legal right is caused to such persons or determinate class of persons. Now the main question arises is here, that is public interest litigation an exception to the locus standi? Yes, this is an exception of a locus standi, because ordinarily only the person whose fundamental right or other rights have been violated is infringed is entitled to file a petition under Article 32 or 226 for the enforcement of their fundamental right. This is known as locus standi because only that person has the locus to file a complaint who has committed, has defaulted, and whose breach has been committed, or we can say whose fundamental right has been violated. Only that person can file a case. That is the principle of locus standi. But the public interest is an exception to this general rule. Nowadays, the court entertains the public interest litigation at the instance of a public spirited citizens acting bona fide for the enforcement of fundamental right of a person in the custody or of a class or a group of persons who by reason of poverty or disability are unable to approach the court. Then the PIL can be filed by a determinate class of persons. Now what are the objects of filing the public interest litigation? The modern technique of public interest litigation aims at to provide an effective remedy to enforce public rights and interest. In order that the public causes are brought before the courts, the procedural techniques judicially innovated specially for the public interest actions recognizes the concomitant need to lower the locus standi threshold so as to enable public-minded citizens of social actions group to act as conducts between these classes of persons inherences and the forum for the assertion and enforcement of their rights. So this is the general meaning of public interest litigation. Now in separate videos we have already discussed as to what are the grounds on the basis of which PIL is allowed by the court. That means if you are an advocate and if you intend to file a PIL before the court for a group of persons, then these were the ground which are to be taken so that your PIL is allowed by the High Court without any fault or default on your part. Please see this video on the playlist of administrative law And if you are new on my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, share it with others. And with regard to any comments on this video, please give me feedback so that I will try to improve any material for you. Thanks for watching this video.